During this abbreviated week, we're going to look at the issue of power. Power is something that some leaders crave, other leaders fear, but all leaders need. Where a number of the problems come, I think, is the conception that people have of power, how one gets it, how one keeps it, and what one does with it. If we're going to be servant leaders after the example of Jesus, then we need to explore how servant leaders regard power. Unfortunately, in the business, political, and professional world, the prevailing image of power is one of top-down control, coercion, and forcing people to do what you as a leader want them to do. In my view, that view of power shortchanges how we can use our power, especially when it comes to transferring that power to others, to empowering them, something we talk a lot about here in the Urban Studies program. If a leader's view of power is one of domination and top-down control, how is he or she going to empower, that is, give power to others? We need a new view of power, a new view of what power is. Fortunately, in our readings today, there has been some groundbreaking work in this area that has primarily come from women who have worked their way into places of leadership. Now, while there are certainly capable women who have taken on the same approach to leadership and power as their male counterparts and have been reasonably successful, there is also an alternative view of power that has been developed by other women in positions of influence and authority. Our authors for today come from that second group, and they see power not so much in a top-down approach, but rather in what one author calls a partnership model. I ask us to consider how we might adopt or adapt this approach to power and leadership to our own settings. That's what I'm asking you to write about in your discussion posts. I'm reminded of an old Vacation Bible School song I used to teach kids. It went like this: love is something, if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something, if you give it away, you end up getting more. I believe the same song could be sung about power. Power is something that if you give it away, you end up not less powerful, but more powerful. Now, you may have your doubts about that, and I understand that. But I invite you to consider the readings and consider this alternative view of power, and then share your thoughts with each other on the discussion board. I look forward to sharing with you and learning with you and growing in our understanding of this very important component of leadership.